Tesla stock is moving higher almost 3% at the time of recording this video on massive news. And I don't even think Wall Street really understands how big this is. 3% is not justified to me. I think this should be a much larger move, and that could be coming soon. Tesla is considering starting retail operations in India by April this year, with plans on launching an EV under $25,000, and the company could import it from Berlin for sales in India. Back in April of 2024, India announced that their new EV policy will open up the market to global players. In fact, in 2023, the EV market was only valued at $8.03 billion in India, but the market is expected to grow to $118 billion by 2032. And there's a lot of different estimates for the growth rate that is expected, but they are anywhere between 28% compound annual growth between now and 2032 and 60+% per year. I mean, this is like per year, 60 plus 60 plus 60 or 40 or whatever the number is. Point is, we know it's going to be a massive growth opportunity for Tesla. Now, I think there are some real questions here. What's the tariff dynamic going to look like? Is there some deal if Tesla were to make a factory in India, for an example, that they would not have a tariff? Or is it going to be a lower tariff? We just really don't know. But Elon and India's Prime Minister Modi, they met in DC a couple of days ago, and now you're getting this news. So I imagine there's some kind of special concession for Elon and for Tesla. And I think this is huge news for Tesla, not necessarily because the EV market in India is huge today, but it's going to be getting a lot bigger into the future. And let's face it, one day India will be the biggest EV market in the world. Now, if Tesla can grow into that, that is a path for Tesla to become the most valuable, car company from a car perspective. Toyota sells the most cars out of any car company, like 12 million a year. Tesla is at 2 million. There's a lot of runway for growth if Tesla can get into that Indian market early. And really, for the Tesla story, that's all it's about, is the future growth potential. Tesla really trades based on the future growth potential of autonomous vehicles and robotaxi. In my opinion, that's what matters. Now, a lot of Wall Street, they still look at Tesla as a car company. I think that is a big mistake. But from my perspective, I'm not going to totally discount the car business, right? The car business kind of feeds into the autonomous business. So that is important. And as expected growth in the future, grows, as we expect there to be more growth next year and the year after that and the year after that, Tesla stock will go up in value today based on that expected growth in the future. Now, some people just do not understand this and probably never will. Follow the X account if you have not done so already. It is Michael Tyler over there, where I post. Some people just still don't understand. And this was actually a comment I had on, I believe it was the last video. They say snake oil salesman, referring to me, has been talking about Tesla going to the moon for a while now. Tesla is a meme stock at this point, and most people that trade this are just gambling on hopium. I write false. Most people that trade this believe humanoid robotics and autonomous driving are the future. The growth, if successful in either market, would be massive. That's why Tesla doesn't trade off of quote-unquote fundamentals. And that's why some people believe that you're just gambling when you buy a Tesla, that it's all hopium. They just don't understand. I say it's like a biopharma company, and I hope you are now more informed. I think Tesla's a great kind of comparison to a biopharma company, because a biopharma company, could be billions of dollars for a market cap and have zero revenue, have zero products, zero medications. But the trick is the company has value because if they are successful, they will have a lot of growth, right? It's kind of like Tesla, although Tesla is a company that produces products and sells them profitably. there is that other side of Tesla that offers massive long-term growth, and that's why Tesla trades the way it is. And that's why a lot of Wall Street misses the opportunities with Tesla, because they don't understand that. And that's why we were buying in the 130s in 2024, and that proved to be a great buying opportunity, although people were very fearful at the time about what Tesla deliveries would look like, and brand destruction and all of the same things that we kind of face today. And that is why I announced in the last video I plan on going all in on Tesla stock here over the next really couple of days, because I think, yet again, like that moment in 2024 when Tesla was $140 per share, this is a massive opportunity that we are being presented right now. And just the simple fact of the matter is, Wall Street is ignoring all of the good news, and they're hyper fixating on a very small minority of the population that does not agree with what Elon and Trump are doing, that is, quote unquote, revolting against the Tesla brand. Those people do not even matter. They do not matter. And because you're talking about such a small percentage of the population, there is no brand destruction for Tesla. That is fugazi. That is fake. That is non-existent. Okay. And I feel confident saying that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm putting my money on the line. I could lose money. Okay. And that's up to you to make that judgment call. But I think the fear is far outpacing the reality of this situation. I mean, Elon Musk said like 3 days ago, the new Model Y is selling like, quote unquote, hotcakes. Doesn't sound like a brand that's experiencing brand destruction to me. Now, Elon Musk also writes on X that within a few years, almost no one will want a car without full self-driving. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people that have never experienced full self-driving, that, have never even seen it in action. But as it becomes more mainstream, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be like today. I mean, if a company came out and tried to sell you a phone that was like a flip phone with no screen, it's not going to sell that many units because people want a smartphone. Kind of the same thing when we're talking, 5 years from now. Also in the news today, if you guys did not see, electric vehicle maker Nikola has officially filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, which, I mean, I'm surprised this took so long. And I guess this news today about expanding into India is not exactly unexpected. Tesla said, quote, "We are looking for motivated talent to help us launch in India. There are multiple roles open." And, this is for store managers, on-site work in India. But really, Tesla leased, it was like an 18,000 square foot property in India in 2024. So this has kind of been a long time coming. It does seem like the politics of it all has kind of moved a lot slower than Tesla has been moving. They've been leasing that property for over a year now. We do have the results of the Cybertruck crash test and the photos from the NHTSA. The Tesla Cybertruck scored the lowest overall probability of injury and lowest chance of rollover at 12.4% rollover risk of any pickup truck tested by the NHTSA. Overall, it got 5 stars. Also being reported, new Model Ys are on their way to Tesla showrooms around Australia. So not just in the US, not just in China, but now you're starting to get to those other markets like Australia and Canada and parts of Europe that are showcasing the new Model Y. And I think it's probably safe to say Tesla has hundreds of thousands of Model Ys, the new Model Y, in pre-order right now. And you only have like the launch series Model Y and a couple different variants. There's probably going to be another variant or two that comes out for the Model Y. It was reported about 2 weeks ago that there was over 200,000 pre-orders in China alone. And I think that's something that's being heavily just discounted and written off for Tesla right now. Like, nobody is, I feel like, paying attention to any of the good news. I feel like I'm in a polar vacuum right now where I'm like, look at this news, look at that news, more breaking news, more breaking news. And the stock just continued to fall for months. I think we are at a turning point where, the fear is hit ahead, and you need to see things continue to get worse. Okay, so here's the deal. In case you guys don't know, in case maybe, you're newer to the markets or whatnot, but during crash events, for single stocks, for markets, right, you need to see the bearish narrative continue to get worse. Okay, when you hit a level on the bearish narrative and it doesn't continue to get worse, usually the stock starts to get better. And I think that's what is happening for Tesla. You hit that bearish high, and now you're seeing that die down. As that dies down, the stock is starting to move higher. Another reason that I am going all in on Tesla stock is because hedge funds and institutions are. That's the bottom line. They are the most bullish right now in Tesla stock than they have been ever in the history of Tesla. Short interest is the lowest in the history of Tesla at only 2.13%. It's never been lower than this. Now, today, you have 1.14 million shares that are being covered on. You have borrowed shares or shares being sold short of 401,000 and return shares of 1.54 million. Hedge funds and institutions on this entire way down from $488 down to $364 today have been covering on short positions. That's about as bullish of a sign as you will ever get from big money. And let's be honest, I know more about Tesla, you know more about Tesla than big money does. I say that with certainty. But they have friends, they have buddies, they talk, they know people, they have more information than we do. And that will never change. That's the facts. Okay. And that's why following the money can tell you quite a bit about what could be coming next for the stock and overall sentiment levels. Because these hedge funds institutions like a Ken Griffin, like Citadel, right, that I has been adding to positions in Tesla, just to point out one famous individual. He knows people at Tesla. He knows, a lot better of an understanding of what's going on with the Model Y, what's going on with Robotaxi, if he wanted to, of course. If Ken Griffin wanted to find out more information about Tesla than the markets know, he can do that. And funds do that. That's one way that they get an edge, okay? Intelligence? No, they don't have anything on you guys, on me. But information, they excel there. And that's, what I've been noticing even in the options market. There's very bullish skews every day for Tesla. Even today, you have 300 different trades totaling $315 million with a positive order value of 76%. Exceptionally bullish. Could it be better? Of course. But that's a pretty damn good number for the day today. Now, in the news today, Elon Musk is proposing a $5,000 Doge dividend for all Americans. Now, whether or not this is going to happen or whether or not this would be good news for markets, I'm really not here to debate that, just share the news. I would say it would be positive, but there would be implications for inflation there. So let me know down below in the comment section if you think that would be good or if that would be bad. I'm sure a lot more US citizens would start to understand the gravity of the misuse, abuse, and or fraudulent spending behaviors that have, taken place in Washington. Now, Trump says, quote, "We are successfully negotiating an end to the war with Russia." This was really the big news today that sent markets moving higher. Trump has expressed interest in a deal that would include substantial investments and commitments from China to buy more American products. Trump would like an agreement with China to also include issues like nuclear weapons security. And here it says Trump would like to strike a wide-ranging deal with China's Xi, one that goes beyond just reworking trading relationships. Trump is eyeing a bigger, better trade deal with China and really improving relations, this feels like. And I think that's what markets took away from this, and I think that's why the S&P did move higher on this headline coming out. Tesla owner Silicon Valley on X says the Cybertruck's FSD 13.2.7 is absolutely perfect. V13 has been a huge step forward to getting us to autonomy. Can't believe we live in the future. The world has no idea. Elon Musk reposts this and says true. And Tesla's FSD hits Mexico with autonomous driving that goes global. FSD is unlocked. Teslas in Mexico can now navigate city streets, stop signs, and traffic lights. No hands needed, but yes, eyes on the road. Elon Musk reshared this to his X account. I also feel like this is news that kind of went under the radar in the past couple of weeks and could be another reason why Tesla is doing well today. China's commerce minister says China is strongly dissatisfied with U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods. China says that they are willing to strengthen talks with U.S. on policies. U.S. has designated the trendy Aragua, Cartel de Sinaloa, and other cartels as global terrorist organizations. It was also reported today from Mexico's President Sheinbaum that they will allow U.S. troops into Mexico to help them fight the cartels, but it has to be as a partnership process, not just the U.S. coming in and doing their own thing. Canada's Prime Minister Trudeau says, if ever there are tariffs brought on Canada, our response will be immediate and strong, but we don't want that. And Trump says that Congress should pass the U.S. House's federal spending plan to kickstart budget process. Just pass one bill, Trump says on a Truth Social post. Now, as far as economic data today, building permits came in at 1.483 million, a little bit higher than the estimate of 1.46 million. Housing starts came in negative 9% month over month at 1.366 million versus an estimated 1.4 million, so it came in lower than the estimates. Building permits month over month came in at 0.1% versus the estimated negative 0.8%, so again, better than expected there. And housing starts month over month came in at negative 9.8%. Versus estimates of negative 9%, following last month's jump up 16.1%. So overall, the economic data really didn't change much today. You can see the Atlanta Fed GDP Now tracker, well, its estimates staying the same at 2.3%. And we did get a new update today. The next update that we will get is Friday, February 28th. So we have to go a whole nother week or so before we get a new GDP update or estimate for Q1. And coming out today, we did get the FOMC minutes. Again, this does cause markets to move pretty crazy when it comes out, but it doesn't tend to be a long-lasting catalyst for stocks. Now, as far as Google Trends data for Tesla, it does look like the Model Y is starting to pick up a little bit, going from 18 to 19. The Model 3 and basically all of the other models are saying pretty much the same. Again, not too uncommon this time of the year. You do tend to see Google Trends data kind of stagnant, and that is what is happening right now. Now, Tesla continues to run about 4,000 different ads with Google, and you can see global inventory numbers have come down quite a bit recently. Model Y popping up a little bit, but still a lot lower than it recently was at about 7,800 vehicles in total global inventories. Model 3 at 3,600, Model X at 1,700, Model S at 1,200, and the Cybertruck at about 850. CNN's Fear and Greed Index today falling a little bit. Yesterday was at 48, which was neutral. Today you're at 47, which is still neutral. Market momentum is neutral. Stock price strength is fear. Stock price breadth is fear. Put and call options, extreme greed. Market volatility is neutral. Safe haven demand in extreme fear. And junk bond demand in greed. The percent of stocks trading above their 50-day moving average down 1.11% today to 52.32%. So you are seeing some broader market weakness today, but not a super bad day overall. Indexes are all in the red today. Russell 2000 is down 0.5%. Dow is down 0.5%. S&P and NASDAQ are virtually flat on the day today. So the stocks that are outperforming today Well, that's kind of notable since the markets are generally moving lower. Oil is up almost 1% today, gold is down a quarter of 1%, and 10-year Treasury yields are moving up 1.5 basis points to 4.56%. We do have some earnings today in after hours, but the big story is going to be tomorrow morning when Walmart reports. Walmart is really the big economic bellwether for the economy. So if people are slowing down and not spending as much, that's a big red flag if Walmart says that. Okay. That's going to tell you more than any economic data, considering retail sales came in the lowest we've seen in the past 12 months for the month of January. I think tomorrow's report from Walmart, specifically their full year guidance, is really one of the biggest catalysts we've had in a long time. And I think it's a lot more credible than the economic data is. Okay. Tomorrow morning, you will also get Alibaba, Unity, Wayfair, and others. Today in after hours, you do have some interesting names. Carvana, that's going to be a big mover. Toast, Cheesecake Factory, Exact Science, Bosch Health, and Vail will also be reporting earnings. So let me know what you think about all of this information down below in the comment section. Have a fantastic rest of your day. If you guys would like to come join the trading community, check out the link down below in the description of this video. We have a newswire over there. I share breaking news when it happens in real time. We trade over there. And I have my long-term price targets on different stocks, not just Tesla, but others like Nebius and Applied Digital and some other ones that I'm very excited about for the long term. And you can come ask questions, come learn, come grow, come join that community. Over 200 different members in there currently. So check it out if you guys want. Obviously, don't have to. Thank you for all of you guys that go above and beyond to support this channel, that have memberships, that send super thanks, super chats on these videos. It's incredible to see. I never asked for it, but some of you guys just go above and beyond, which is spectacular. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.